One of 50 million things I have to repair on this property because these jackasses won't leave my animals alone and stay off my property. This is an area just outside the pen I'm repairing that had been torn down, again, by the same jackasses. I had the dog on a lead and they cut it off. This is not chewed through by an animal, no more than any of the others are chewed through by an animal. These have been cut by a sharp knife, and when I can find the other end of it, it's very clear because they were trying to saw through it. And these are expensive because these are the thick ones that I have to get because I have the extra large breed dogs. But the dog was on a tether because the dog digs, and under every pen I have wire mesh that I have to put in, and I've had put in the entire times with their pens. Each dog had a 11 by 8 foot, 11 and a half by 8 foot kennel of their own, not shared with another animal. I would put them in together from time to time just for visiting and hanging out together. And then we had the big pens, which were 120 feet by 60, which were also torn down 8 times and has not been rebuilt recently. A part of me feels like, what's the point when as soon as I spend all that time and money and energy to rebuild it, it's going to be destroyed, like everything else on the property. Everything I clean up, they dump out again and pull all over and make a bigger mess than was the mess before, or tear everything apart. But the animals need space to roam. I don't like seeing them contained. They don't like being contained. But what choices do I have? We have limited options until I can get us moved off of this property. And those options are even more limited with them hacking into my accounts, emptying my checking and saving, which happened on October 8th. And then they hacked into my bank accounts again on December 16th, same amount, bank. All of my accounts, business, personal, and our nonprofit stuff, they've been all in and accessing. So it's just been one thing after another, rapid fire, because we're dealing with a large group of people, a hate group and an organized crime group here in Fallon. No ands or buts about it. All that's verified. It's just a matter. And we have the names and addresses and phone numbers before God. Folks better be glad God has a strong hold on me, and I have a very strong relationship with God, and I'm not willing to jeopardize that over anything foolish, especially in the final chapters of my life. I'm a senior, so, because Lord, I'm tired of these jackasses. But I've got these huge holes now I have to fill in because they cut the dog loose and she tore up this whole area. When if they'd have just mind their own goddamn business, stay the fuck off my property, because the bottom line, I'm 660 feet in my property. You can't see nothing, you can't hear nothing, you can't do nothing with anything on my property without trespassing 660 feet onto the property. I'm tired of this stupid shit. And to date, I've had to replace probably 30 of the wire leads, and I buy the ones for the dogs that are as thick as my pinky, which run about $56 to $80 depending on where you get them or if you can get them on sale. The tie-outs, as well as the heavy duty, the thick. You have to get the thick material of the leashes, which cost 3 times more than the regular leashes with the extra large dogs. And they're just every day costing us money between killing the animals, destroying property, vandalism, everything they could steal physically, everything they could steal via cyber crimes and crap. And then the vandalism, and then part of the vandalism is keep letting the animals out of their pens and cutting the dogs loose. And I think between two things, because I've got some beautiful dogs. They're trying to steal the dogs. And then they're also trying to get the dogs picked up if they go off the property by animal control, so they could either try to get a hold of the dogs or cost me fines and fees to return the animals. I don't really give a damn what their end game is. I'm tired of this shit.